Hi, I am delighted to be joined here by Andy Harding, Managing Director of OpenPay, which is Retail Week's headline sponsor, and Chris Brooke-Carter, Managing Director of Retail Week. We thought it'd be a great idea to bring the three of us together to chat about the agenda. There is so much going on at Retail Week Live. We have 45 hours plus of content, different streams running at the same time. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you are both excited about in terms of speakers and content. Andy?
I think there's a great theme this year running through the whole of the show about sustainability, and I think that's a great topic. There's an enormous number of speakers talking about it and great content on the subject. I think persuading consumers to behave differently and take on a different approach is a really important theme actually as we go forward. But there's a couple of tracks on that subject. There's one on day one. There's Tiago from SodaStream, who I've been a SodaStream customer for years, and persuading people not to use plastic bottles anymore is clearly very, very important. So I think that's really exciting. I think also this has been a topic since I started in retail probably 20 years ago, but how do you drive multi-channel customer behaviour? And how does retail stores retain relevancy and authenticity now in the modern world? I think it remains a really difficult subject to understand as the pressures, the macro pressures for retailers increase with rent increases and living wage and so forth. So that subject gets a lot of traction. I think there'll be some really, really good topics and speeches on that. There's one about how you innovate in the environment, how you innovate in the retail experience, and I'm really looking forward to that, to understand what some of the more innovative people are doing. Not everybody can be like Amazon, and not everybody has the ability to innovate in that way, the technological capabilities to innovate in that way. So I'm really interested in to see how some of those innovations can come to the fore. And then of course the retail heavyweights at the end. I'm really looking forward to seeing Paula and Dave finishing off the 2 days and telling us a bit of, especially Dave talking about his career, and now he's exiting Tesco.
Yeah, it'd be a great swan song, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, picking up on an awful lot of what Andy's just said, I think that, personally I'm just really excited by the breadth of stories that we've got on offer. For me, this is the best program that we've ever put together. And I think a lot of that is down to the fact that there's no one blueprint now for model of what a retailer looks like, how it should behave, how it should set itself up organisationally, what its relationship with its customers should be like. And I think that's reflected in the programme. From your point of, look, we've got some big successful heavyweights there. It's going to be great hearing from Dave Lewis at Tesco. We've got other heavyweights like Flipkart coming all the way from India. That is an enormous business over there already, but obviously a very different business model. Through to some really innovative brands, brands that have genuinely disrupted the market, whether it's Tails.com, Green and Blacks, Nespresso, these sorts of businesses. We've got the founder of Crosstown Donuts coming. These businesses 2 or 3 years ago, you might never have seen on the same programme. But I think that the question of what does great retailing look like now is such an open-ended one now that you've got to be able to take that cross-section.
I mean, it's a global question as well. Yeah. I think the great thing about the Alive this year is that it's bringing examples from all over the globe into the UK, so we can experience what other people are doing successfully.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a great anecdote I heard the other day. I think it's Spain, but I can't be 100% sure. It might be South America, where they're looking at anchor tenants in shopping centres now. Instead of being traditional department stores, they're looking at things like hospitals.
Wow.
Where you've got footfall automatically.
Yeah.
Whether people who are ill are interested in retail and shopping, I don't know. But it's a really innovative idea, and I thought that's great. That sort of example of what's successful elsewhere, bringing it into the UK and giving people the opportunity to see that is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, Recce, obviously you've been heavily involved in putting the programme together, particularly from the digital side. What have you?
Yeah, so I think in line with kind of what you guys have been talking about, like cross-pollinating ideas from outside of the UK as well, I think it's really interesting to look outside of retail too. So a session that I'm super, super excited about is the San Francisco 49ers. He's going to be talking about how they are using customer feedback to identify and improve fan experience in real time. So they've got this huge amount of data. Obviously, the sporting world is really interesting to look at. So I think retailers can learn a lot from looking at exciting companies like this outside of retail as well.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one I'm really excited about. another session, we've heard this so much from the more kind of techie people, so CTOs, VP of product engineering, etc., from across retail, that build versus buy, that's a real kind of question of interest. So should retailers be building digital product, or should they be outsourcing it? And there's not a right or wrong answer.
No.
There's rarely a retailer actually that's doing it solely one way. So I think that is going to make a fantastic debate. We've already got two really strong speakers confirmed for that. So that's another session I'm really looking forward to, just because it's so topical and so relevant.
And really interesting that tech and live are joined together this year, because that gives that opportunity for that debate to happen in front of the C-suite that might not have happened historically. We're marrying together strategy with technology. That's exactly the sort of strategic technology discussion that needs to happen.
Yeah. I think we'll see much more of a melting pot in the terms of the types of people we're going to see at live this year, from the C-suite down to those people that traditionally a bit lower down in the organisations, but who are key influences in how retail is shaping its strategy, who they're partnering with, and the decisions that they're making. So it's all sort of coming together to be quite an exciting and very vibrant few days, I think, actually. And Andy, I know you've been to a decade of these events before, and like I have, but this feels a very different proposition.
Well, it's certainly different from my side, because I'm now on the supply side, having been on the client side my whole career. But no, it's still super exciting. It's one of the, as you say, the most varied schedules I've ever seen. I couldn't be more excited about it.
Excellent.
Right. Well, thank you both. It's been great chatting to you.